My name's Angie Brown, and I work at Exit Realty. I run my own business through Exit as a real estate agent. How empowering it is to leave your job, leave when you are in a broken marriage and you're going out on your own for the very first time, and you jump into a career that you hope is going to bring brighter things, and you experience new things like driving in a city you've never drove in before, and taking a course and a test that you've never done in years, and how empowering it feels to get through all that and come out the other end as a person, and then to be successful and be able to carry the weight of your own home on your own back without a partner, there to help you along the way and raise your family. That to me is that's how I felt going through it. And I'm sure you've experienced a lot of that, right? So that to me is a very powerful thing, and I think every woman should get to experience it. And was I scared the whole time? The whole time. And still to this day in my career, I have good days, I have bad days. I think, oh my gosh, am I going to get another sale, or am I not? Am I going to be able to pay my bills? Am I not? And it's not so much the day-to-day bills, it's the looking forward thing. Because, once you hit a certain age, you start to think about retirement and how are you going to put money away when you still have a mortgage, and, you started over in your 40s, and, you've got 20 some years to pay on a mortgage. Like, how do you do that and save for retirement and keep a car on the road and feed your children, put them through school, and look for a future, so to get into the real estate business, what I had to do and how I had to get here was the most powerful thing I've ever done in my life. And to know that I'm successful at it is even that much more powerful. I found it very empowering, and I felt like I could do anything, like I was Superman or something for a while, just because I did this and I did it on my own with no one's help but me, and to know that if anything ever happened to me again, I could do that. It's incredible, I think. And I think everybody should get to experience that at some point. It changed who I was as a person. It changed how I looked at other people and their accomplishments. I see the world in a different way, I guess, now, because it was not easy to do. So, a lot of late nights, a lot of tears, a lot of, can I do this or can't I? And questioning myself the whole way through it. Then it was, well, do I like doing this? Because it's not always a fun, loving thing. It's great to put people in new homes, but there's issues that go along with that. And, it's day to day. Every day is different. Every day brings something different. Our rules are changing every day. Our paperwork changes daily. What our clients are looking for changes. So I get to meet some really great people on a daily basis. Some I work with and sell them a home. Some I don't, and they just become friends for later on in my life. But great stories I get to hear, and great accomplishments from them sometimes. Some sad stories because you lose a few along the way, that you get very close to. So I don't know. I just think if you ever have the chance, take that leap and have your own business, and it's a different experience altogether. I didn't have a grade 12 certificate. I left school early, was married at 19, so moved right from home into another home with a husband, and never worked for a number of years. So when we split, I had to find something, some job that I could do to support myself and my child. Um, you know, at that time I was working at Sobeys and I was as far as I could go without transferring to another store. Um, and I don't mind telling you, at that time I was clearing $1,000 a month. That wasn't going to pay $600 rent, keep a car on the road, and my kid in school, and us fed and warm. So I had to find a job that I could get quickly with no education and get into it running, and try to support myself. It wasn't easy, and the first few years were very rough, you know, and I doubted myself for a very long time whether I made the right decision to do this, or should I have transferred or stayed with Sobeys or looked for something else maybe that I could have found at the time. But this was brought to my attention, and I've always loved people's homes, how they were constructed, what they look like inside, all that. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. So I mean, it has supported me and my son for a very long, for 12 years now. So it does come out on the other end eventually. A lot of scary nights though. Oh yeah. Some days you come home from real estate and you're like, woohoo! I did it. I made this good sale. I kept this deal together, and and it's a great feeling. And then you get days that you feel like everything you touch goes bad. So I mean, there's good days and there's bad days, but I did feel like a superhero when I thought of myself as this person with no education who was very down on themselves and didn't think they were very smart or could do anything like this my whole life. And I jumped in with both feet and started swimming, and it was good to know I came out the other side and was still alive, you know, because I didn't know at that time. I don't know if I had the confidence in myself, right? And to know that I made it through and became a real estate agent and had my own business. And as the years grew, my business grew and became, quite successful. So I thought that's what I felt like. I felt inside like a superhero. Change that job, do something you love, and go into it with everything you have. Because when you do, you will make it successful, right? You will find a way to survive at it until it pays for you to be there. And that's what I did. And I knew the day I got into real estate, I had to make it work. So I never gave up. And I asked myself every day, even to this day, have I done enough today to feed my family? And that was the motto I sort of kept in the back of my head to push me on those days that I would have loved to have gone home early or not stayed or not answered my phone or whatever. It was, no, I got to do this. I got to feed my family, So that was my big motivation, was I didn't want my child to go from a lifestyle here to a lifestyle here. I wanted to try to keep him on a very steady lifestyle. And to do that, I had to be able to provide, not just a home, but a more stable life. And I'm so proud of myself for doing it. And I'm so proud of the child he became because of it. He learned a lot from this as much as I did, I think, that he's seen his mother do that. And it made a huge impression on him, I believe. So hopefully he'll carry that with him the rest of his. That's right. I often have people come up to me now. My son is 22, and they'll always say, "Oh, he's such a good worker," And often he'll call home from college and he'll say, "I'm so stressed. I got all these tests, or I got exams, or I got this." And my advice to him has been, just do your best, right? And it seems to calm him down a little bit when I say that. So I hope that he's seen how hard I worked to get where I was, that he knows hard work does pay off, so he thinks if he does the time now, he'll be glad he has later.